Over here is Billionaires Road. This is where Chip Wilson lives. This is where you get your $20-30 million homes in Vancouver. And this is the Kitsilano area with ocean waterfront views. But just one house over is the house we're going to be looking at today. This is a $6.7 million 4-bed, 5-bath, 3,800 square foot interior, 4,000 square foot lot. But what's special about this home, first, it's built in 1912, so you're gonna get very interesting infrastructure. Second, it has over $1 million of renovations done. So let's come in and check it out. You see, coming in just from the front, you have a lot of privacy, hedges on both sides, stair front up so that it's not as easily accessible to solicitors. They have to walk in all the way just to drop you in that mail. Over here is our Japanese garden. Here is Hello Boris flower over here. You see, this is Japanese themed because the way they design their floristry or their trees, it's cut in a very Zen way. Over here, you have a Japanese styled or very Zen themed water feature. Just listening to the sound brings you relaxation as you enter your own private garden. Now, you could change this up to however you wanted. There's a lot of space here. You could either grow veggies, grow crops, or you can just grow flowers. So a lot of flexibility to bring life into your home just from the front garden. Now, a lot of you are probably wondering, besides this location, which is very important. I mean, a lot of the price of this home, $6.7 million, is because of this location. You have your yacht clubs, you have your communities, you have your billionaires, you have your schools. But this house is also very unique. We're gonna walk in and come up. So you have these stairways all the way up, and this is gonna be our primary floor. We do have an upper floor, one more floor after that, which is a roof renovated and also our suite. But let's come in and check it out. Coming in, you're greeted by this 3-inch thick vaulted door, which gives a very grandiose entrance to what is your entering area. This is where you're gonna put all your shoes. You have your closets. You have some beautiful lights over here. So these are all renovated recessed lights. And what that means is the lights are tucked in around the roof. You also have a few more additional lights. So this area, because it doesn't get as much sun, you're gonna have a lot of additional lights, and it's gonna be very tasteful with spotlights that you see they'll be putting in. So coming over here, this is gonna be very fascinating because there's a lot of conversions going on. Before, this was probably the bedrooms that you have, and before this was a theater room. But look, we're gonna enter here. The theater room has been converted into something very unique. So let me show you. Coming in, you see, all of these doors are very big. So when you push in, it feels like you're entering into your grand next door room. There's also a lot of weight on these doors, and it's very solid as well. So what was originally the theater room over here has now been converted to the primary bedroom. And I think this is so important because in homes like these where you have multiple floors, you don't want to run up and down stairs. I like primary on my main floor, so I can do my living here, I can do my sleeping here. Over here, you also have electronic curtains, but these are very interesting. Look at this. All you do is you have to pull on them and they will initiate. This is a gigantic fireplace. This is around 72 inches of fireplace. It actually brings in a lot of heat. Over here, you have composite concrete, which is very unique taste. You have oak floors, and of course, you can put your king-size bedroom over here. Earlier, we were talking about the lights. Beautiful recessed lights, very ambient lighting in here with your additional installed lights into the roof. Over here, from your bedroom, is gonna be first a lot of very useful cabinet space. Look, over here you have 10 slots where you can put all your stuff in, and a lot of area over here. So very well designed for you to store your space. This is going to be our walk-in closet. Now, this is going to be our men's walk-in closet. Why I say men's? Because wait until you see the ladies' walk-in closet. Now, what's super unique about this walk-in closet is, first, you have your washer and dryer over here. So if this is supposed to be the men's walk-in closet, that means the man of this house is doing all the laundry, which is good. This is 2025, right? We gotta be putting in some work over here. Now, as we walk back, we're gonna head into the washroom area. One thing to mention is this has a radiant water heating system. So this, compared to conventional air heating system or gas heated systems, is not as dry on your skin. Now, coming over to the washroom, we have a really big area over here. Beautiful sized mirrors and double vanity sinks. Coming in here is going to be your toilets, fits with bidets and double flush system. And over here is going to be our bathtub, equipped with also a fireplace and marble tiles, and you have pretty decent lighting around here. Inside here you have your rainfall water shower, your 3 toggle shower system, and you also have steam in here. One thing to also mention is that these floors are also heated. So when you walk in, especially if you don't wear slippers, you want to have heated floors. Coming out of the primary over here, we could head upstairs, but we're not going to because we are going to head over here. So this, well, I was imagining is originally bedrooms, has now been converted to a super closet for the ladies. First, let's check out this washroom over here. Pretty same design as that other washroom, very beautiful. This, I was just told, I just learned about this. Ladies like to use this when they shower because they like to sit down, they like to scrub. Personally, I like to take my showers quick. Not a thing for me, but I'm sure if we wanted to enjoy our lifestyle, that's something we should start incorporating. You have a window here so you can get air in, and we're gonna walk in now to show you the super closet, okay? Look at this. You know you love your wife when you convert one of the bedrooms into a closet for your wife. So this is from California Closets, a very well-known closet design brand. Beautiful designs all in here. You have suede on the inside, so when you put in your belts, and look at these categorization systems. Wow, this is absolutely stunning. So when you live in a place like this, especially your wife, you're gonna have a lot of jewelry, right? So you need to categorize it properly. All these systems are beautiful. Here you have hardwood inside, and on this side you have curtains that can come up and view the back of the house, which we're not going to show you yet. Over here, look how much space you have for your shoes. How many shoes do we think go here? 30 shoes? 40 shoes? We'll never know until you live here, right? So coming out here, this way is to the back of the house, which we'll get to later. But now we are going to first head upstairs to our second floor. Walking up these stairs, you have beautiful oak hardwood and wrapped carpet. So you have a really nice step over here. This is some of the softest carpet I've ever stepped on. Really good cushioning while providing a firm step. Now over here is very interesting. A lot of reconstruction done, especially you see on the stairwell part. There's a lot of asymmetry here, which we'll get to in a minute. But first, we're gonna walk over here to our main living room area. This is going to be our wet bar. You have your Louis XIII. You can store your alcohols. You can use here to make your cocktails, right? Or invite a bartender over to make the cocktails for you. Walking over here is going to be our retro styled washroom. Look at the choice of lighting designs here. 1, 2, 3. There's a lot of asymmetry in this house. So when they re-renovated this house, they made sure to include asymmetry in the design as well to match the whole ambience and vibe. Look at this beautiful retro curved sink over here. You have beautiful tiled washrooms over here, and it fits well in a washroom like this because this washroom, they want to go for a different feel. Over here, you have a lot of indents where you can place artwork, and you also have indents. I'm going to show you over here first, like these areas. A lot of good areas for you to place little small details to make your home a little bit more of your home. So, living room over here, vaulted ceilings. I really like vaulted ceilings, so I personally am not a fan of square homes. Square homes, they're big, you know, they luxury. I mean, luxury is defined differently now. I like to have taste more than luxury. So vaulted homes, very good addition. Lots of sunlight with these huge windows coming in. You see the lights here, they've chosen to use spotlights here, which I'm gonna show in other places of the home are very unique because spotlights, what they create is areas of brightness and also areas of shadow. Now, coming over, well, let's look at this side first. This is going to be our outdoor patio space. It's a little bit rainy today, so we won't go outside. You have your couches and your fireplace, a little good area to come out over here, get some fresh air. But if we walk over here, you also have the same material and design that we saw in the primary bedroom, your composite concretes and also your wood, and you have 3 fireplaces throughout this whole house. I personally love fireplaces. If you live in apartments, fireplaces, so hard to get, but they bring so much warmth into your home. And if you're renting, you're probably not gonna be renting this house. Gas is usually included, so use your fireplace instead of other areas. Now, let's come and take a look at this area. So you can walk over there. This area is very unique. When I first walked in, I wondered, why is this structure like this? You see, there's a beam over here, there's open space over here, but there's not open space over here. And what I was guessing earlier is that originally this was probably open as a vaulted ceiling as well. But what they decided is to turn the roof into one more floor of bedroom and washroom. So they brought this down so that you can have one more floor on the upper roof. Are you excited to see that? Let's take a look. Now, coming from the living room area, we're gonna move into our dining room area. So this is a very vast dining room area. They have TV already installed, very low light feature over here, so you can have your extended dining table. If you want to, you could probably make this, right now it's 8-person, you could probably make this a 10-person dining table if it was just a little bit wider so that you could seat people on this side. Back there is your backyard, so let me show you this real quick. Over here, this is going to be your second patio space. You have your grill over here. Let me show you our kitchen over here. This is our kitchen, and it feels like in this kitchen, we could film a cooking show. Let's start with over here, our kitchen appliances. So full Miele appliances, but they chose very unique kitchen appliances here. So first, number one, if you open this is a steamer oven. If you're Asian, you love this. We steam so much food. Steamed foods are the most delicious and some of the most healthy. You have your oven over here, very good size. But one thing we can't miss is look how big our fridge and freezer are. So on one side, we have our fridge over here, and on the other side, we have our freezer. So I say you can have a cooking show here. You really can have a cooking show here because you can store everything you need in here for probably a very long time. Assuming, well, probably have to put everything in the freezer. Beautiful vaulted roofs up here, very unique design. Also, you have windows up here, which is gonna bring in sunlight. You have your island kitchen over here, cabinetry and pantry storage, and you see very good use of storage. Your wet sink area, double sink area, and also extends over here, so you can move a lot of things over here for storage, your coffee machines, whatever you need. One thing that's super important for me here is their triple stove, Miele triple stoves. Now, we always have to do a fire check on our stoves because we are cooks and we have to see, are their stoves good enough? Look at this. So this right now is on a medium, and if I turn it to high, yeah, that's a good flame. So you're gonna get your water boiling very fast. You want to do your wok cooking, whatever it is. Fan is also super important to check because if you have high flames, you need a high fan to match. So look at that, strong fan. So this is really good for cooking area. If we walk around and we swap places right now, you're gonna see over here is our dining area. Kind of dining area. That's the main dining area. Here's if you want to sit down, have some coffee. Breakfast area, some coffee, tea, and brunch. One more thing is you can see they have sound systems installed in the home. So you can eat dinner while watching TV with surround sound or just play music as you're cooking. Very relaxed, very ambient. It's a very warm home, okay? Because you have your woods, you have your vaulted ceilings, and also just there's so many layers of texture here. Look at all these vaulted ceilings here. So many layers that just add complexity in this home. But right now we're gonna head one more stairs upstairs, which I believe originally was just a roof and now converted to another floor of bedrooms. Let's go check it out. So walking up to our final floor, you see beautiful stairwell design over here. Again, asymmetrical. They use all the space they could, storage space all against the walls. Beautiful blinds. Walking up here now, it's gonna get a little bit lower in terms of ceiling height, you see, because we are at the ceiling, and at the ceiling over here, look at your beautiful view of the water. It's a little bit rainy today, so we can't see it as clearly, but you can see yachts always sailing across here, dragon boats. Here you have a very unique design, artistry curtain. Look at this. You just pull it out, and then you can fold it back in, and it covers this entire span of this window. So this is your king size bedroom over here. You have storage space against the wall. because in this rooftop area, it's triangular shape. So you're gonna have a lot of space near the sides of the walls. Over here is an automatic curtain that you can wake up to and just see in the ceiling. So this feels to me like your own private bachelor's apartment unit. You know, it's private, it's cozy, it's unique. You have a single vanity sink over here, installments in the walls for you to put your artwork or your soaps, spotlights over here. This is going to be a walk-in closet. Would you have imagined a walk-in closet in the roof? Your washrooms over here, completely renovated, all built in, fully automatic systems, bidets, and a bathtub with an open shower system over here. So open shower system. If they put the bathtub in here, it probably would reduce the space. By having this design, they open the space up a lot. And back here is your access to your back view. If you set up that deck, like I said, it's gonna be super relaxing. You have your own patio. Wow, a patio on the rooftop, which you can look down at the bar that you just opened downstairs. We're now coming to our basement suite, so below the primary floor. As you walk down these stairs, you see you have a lot of storage area on the way. No inch of this space is left wasted. Now, coming down, it's a little bit of a tight turn. One thing is, watch your head over here. So you probably need to put a caution tape, but because of the asymmetry of this house, you have these unique holds or position in the house where they do stand out a little bit. But down here is going to be your laundry room. Now this downstairs can be a private suite because you have bedrooms over here, and to have your own laundry room in your bedroom, so nice. Look at the quality, huge laundry machines over here. You have your wet sink to wash over here. You have your fully updated mechanical room over here. Down here is going to be a drainage system in case there's ever any overflow. And over here, if we look at this, so this is an insulated door, meaning this can actually be converted over here. This could be converted into a wine cellar as well because of the insulated walls. We'll walk over here and take a look at this bedroom. I know the hallways are tight, so bear with me. Coming over here is going to be our bedroom or our suite. So walking in, look how cozy this is. This just feels like I walked into my apartment, right? I came home, I'm now in my apartment. This is going to be the washroom area over here. We have curtains, bathrooms, bathtub, full bath and shower. And walking over here is our unit. Watch your step on the way down. You have beautiful towels over here. This is our kitchen area. So you have your island area over here attached to your kitchen. You have your stoves and your wet bar and a very big freezer and fridge over here. All your cabinetry space up here. Now this feels like I'm back in my apartment, but a very cozy apartment because apartments like these with hardwoods, it's harder to find these days. And also tiles like these that feel clean and feel welcoming. Let's come into the bedroom. This is your standard bedroom with closet. You have your window over here and you have your closet space over there. Now let's turn around and walk to over this area. So this is gonna be your living room area. No dining table over here, but you can dine at this island area over here. You set up a TV over here. You can also have a beautiful view of the backyard garden. You do have your private entrance over here. And look at this. You even have your own office space. So this is actually quite large if you're to book out this entire lower floor area. So over here was the entrance. We came out from the side of the door from the basement suite. Now we are walking to the back garage entrance. You see over here you have multiple spaces. One space is over here where you can have your storage, or you can set this up as another little tea area, balcony area for your suite. Upstairs was that barbecue area we were looking at, but as we walk back over here, you're gonna do a few ducks over here. Here, let me walk in front of you. So over here is going to be your garage. Look at this. You even have windows in your garage. You can look inside. So this is a double garage, very spacious coming out. Now, if we turn around and look at how the neighbors do it. So look at this. The neighbors installed a stairwell system up into above the garage, and they have these private patios, gardens. So over here, you could also do it as well. You set up a stairway from here, probably to here. And up there, you can set up your bar system. And walking up is what we were looking at originally. So this is going to be to our primary floor. That's going to be our second room barbecue floor. And yeah, that's pretty much this house. This house, if you just look at the house itself, it is beautiful. But what you have to mainly focus on when you buy a home is the lifestyle. And it's really difficult for me to explain what the lifestyle is like here in Vancouver. If you lived in Vancouver, you know this is one of the best areas to live in. Schooling, lifestyle, yachts, running, privacy, community. So I guess you just have to purchase this home and we'll find out. If you like this video, make sure to like, comment, subscribe, and check out this video.